Generally speaking, if you talk about cross-border workers and students, who have to go to the U.S. for essential purposes, for work and obviously for their studies, they are exempt from quarantine measures, and they're exempt from testing, because that's part of what they got to do to, I guess, for their livelihood, which created some concerns for the task force, because we, per capita, we have a lot more people, going to and from the U.S. than any other, population, in our area. So we did feel it was still important for somebody, even though they may be exempt by Canada, upon returning to Kahnawake, that we are still requiring that the person had either a weekly screen at their job site, which we understand some people in the U.S. and New York City primarily are getting weekly screens for COVID. That's acceptable if you come back negative, or if you don't come back often, to have a negative COVID test done 72 hours prior to your a maximum of 72 hours prior to your arrival back in the community, and then you will be exempted from having to quarantine, for a period of the 14 days. It's an additional measure we felt was important that we put into place, again, to protect our community. Our numbers have been very low in the past couple of weeks, and we're taking steps to ensure that we keep it that way. I mean, those measures are fairly strict that Canada put into place. They came into effect officially on Monday. I mean, it impacts Kahnawake in the same way it impacts the general population. You come back from air travel, from international area, you must quarantine. And there's criteria that the border has set forward, which from a task force perspective we think is good. They need to tighten up the borders. They're trying to slow the spread of new variants is the primary reason why they want to have this new measures put into place. They're trying their best to keep the travel down to a minimum. And if you must travel, there's a quarantine. Obviously, that's in effect. But I think more so, it's there to discourage people as much as possible for traveling for no essential purposes. So if you're going to go on vacation down south or to Florida or wherever, well, there's a price to pay, literally and figuratively, upon your return.